Welcome to sunny Winter Haven, Florida. I'm Lane Dawg Bowers, and I want you to realize that you are greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved. And the reason I'm making this video today is something kind of funny happened to me. The other day, I was getting started getting my work set up and meandered onto Facebook, and I saw this thing about life event, and it said update. And I basically filled in some information about something I'm going to share with you, really super personal. And I decided that, I'd share it, but I didn't realize it was going to set a firestorm of activity and questions. And so I thought that even though I don't mind, you can always contact me personally, and I always contact people back directly as best I can. But I thought I would kind of explain what I did, because what happened, and this is what this little life event thing that Facebook had that started going all over the internet. I just didn't realize, I guess you got to think before you do stuff. I wasn't upset about what I shared. I just didn't realize that there'd be so many questions. So most of you guys know me through our company, The Footer's Edge, and barefoot water skiing and helping people water ski. I love that. There's nothing better. I've been so blessed. I've been able to travel all around the world helping everyday ordinary people learn how to barefoot water ski without falling, and do a bunch of great stuff, meet tons of incredible people, tons of great stories that I've shared with some of you that know me personally. But on my birthday this last January, I woke up and I knew in my heart a gut-wrenching decision I had to make. But and I don't know if you've ever had something like that, but I knew it was the right thing. And even though I was sick to my stomach and didn't know how it was going to happen, I knew that I needed to make it happen. And before I tell you that, what I need to explain to you, and this is personal, a lot of people are like, hey, why would you share that? But I'm not, it's something I think is worth sharing. And it's, my wife Cindy and I went through tons of trouble, trying to have kids, horrible, painful, journey that I'm sure a lot of you guys have been through. But it was, amazing journey, because it led us to adopting our first son from Korea, Zane, when he was 4 months old. He's now 8, and we love him. Man, I literally cannot be more thankful that I went through that process, okay? And then this last August of 2012, we decided to add another person to our family, our little boy Peyton, who we brought over from China, and he was 5 when we adopted him. He's now 6, a totally different ball game, and it's been a huge challenge. It's been great, but it's, on my birthday, back to that's the background. I woke up and I realized I did not want to be that dad that leaves, because as long as my wife has known me, as long as Zane has been alive, he has only known that I'm gone traveling from basically May, end of May, through the end of September, sometimes longer. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, because of the challenges of this new boy that we adopted, and our whole family dynamic. And what I started examining, what legacy do I want to leave? What are the highest priorities in my life? And I realized I need to transfer from barefoot water skier solving small town problems with posture and glide as I travel all over the world, to super boring stay-at-home dad who becomes what I need to be in my marriage and as a father to my kids. And so I did not know how to explain that. I basically couldn't come up with what I'm trying to come up with right here to explain that. I thought that was too personal. I couldn't explain it to people, because I realized I could not do what I needed to do and still teach in the boat, whether it was traveling or even people coming here at that moment, at that time in 2013, this year. And so what I decided to do, because I couldn't figure out how to handle it, is I decided to triple my prices for lessons, because that would then, I was pretty convinced that would stop people from coming and requesting the ski school, because it would be triple the price. And then it would allow me to spend more time with my family, because even when I spend it in the boat, what happens is the rest of the business, there's a lot to it. So you know, that would take me into the night. Now I still don't have time with my family, even if I'm teaching here in Winter Haven. Long story short, I tripled my prices in January, and it did not stop people coming down. I was shocked that not only were people coming down, they were super happy, didn't complain about the price, and were tipping me big tips on top of it. I was pretty much in shock, and I'm not telling you this for you to think any more of me. Believe me, I'm humbled by the whole thing. I'm a servant, you know, to those that want my services, and I'm happy to help them. And as you know, I try and do as much as I can on the internet for free. So that led me to this new point where I realized that I do need to stay home. And then some of the things that kind of, you know, I want to tell you a quick thing. Is a good buddy of mine, Dean Jackson, and I were having a conversation. I was explaining to him, you know, what I'm planning on doing, and we happened to be talking about a friend of his, Brian Bouchard, and the guy's an amazing, passionate internet marketer. And I go, Dean, that guy is so flippin' passionate. I mean, do you know anyone in the internet space that is he's the most passionate guy, right? And my buddy Dean goes, nope, he's not. I'm like, oh, wow, who is? He goes, you are. I was like, wow. And I mean, it kind of hit me. I'm like, wow. You know, and maybe you guys think that, but I certainly, I'm passionate, but I didn't think of myself in that way. And then I realized that is something that is an asset. I realized that what I enjoyed most was helping other people. And those of you who've skied with me, or even maybe you haven't, but you've seen me on videos, you know I'm not faking it. You can look at my eyes and tell I'm not lying. I passionately believe in what I'm doing, and I've spent the last 21 years showing people how to do pretty dangerous stuff while keeping them safe. And now, with maturity, I realize it's only by God's goodness that and His grace that I was able to do that and not have people hurt. And you know, it's just been an amazing journey. And I'm not done with that, okay? I still love my business, still love barefoot water skiing, but I decided I was not going to trade my time out anymore for dollars. And I realized that at triple the price, and I'll probably double my price again at the end of this year. And I'm not saying that to brag, but just I didn't realize the value of my time, and I didn't realize that what I really love the most is, even though I end up helping people barefoot water ski, what I really love, and those of you who've been and skied with me know that I can definitely help you achieve those goals, okay? But you guys know that around me, what I really love doing is I love inspiring people. I love getting them to realize you can do way, way more than you think is possible in life and in skiing. Skiing's a teeny, teeny part of life, but it's awesome. We love it. We're passionate about it. So that's when I decided. And then another thing that happened that led to these decisions is, as we were going through this adoption process, I'm sure a lot of you know that either have adopted or want to adopt. It's a ridiculously expensive process. And by God's grace, we were able to, you know, pay for that whole thing in cash. He amazingly brought money in, blessed us, and, you know, I'm not bragging about that because of what I did, but that's just, you know, thank the Lord, that's how it went down. And it was you know, that was an amazing experience. But as Cindy, my wife, she's on different blogging things. You know, there's so many people who want to adopt kids, who want to do good things for their family and life, and in different areas, but you know, they do it if they had the money. They don't have the money. So I thought what I really realized that I love doing the most is I wanted to combine my passion of what I love doing. I already love teaching people to barefoot water ski and help them, inspire them, and get them to go to a whole new level. And I thought, I don't know if you guys are Seinfeld fans, but if you ever saw that episode about, I think it's George, where he's combining his, let's call it, love of amorous behavior, how about that, with the salted cured meats. It's hilarious. But bottom line is he combined two things he loved. And so I decided, man, how cool would it be if I combined the three things that I really, really love and not apologize for it? Because, you know, in my business, I got to be careful because I don't want to preach, but any of you that know me know that, you know, Jesus is the reason for, like, some amazing things. He's kept me alive through some amazing journeys that I shouldn't be alive, and He's blessed us tremendously, and He's part of everything I do. And I can't really totally share that in the business because people don't come to me for that. I need to give them what they come to me. If they get to meet me, you know, then I get to share that with them. But I thought, in a perfect world, what I'd love to do is combine my favorite passions. Like, if some of you have come down here that are interested in marketing, like I love internet marketing, a lot of you guys know that, and occasionally I get down here guys who are heads. I've got clients who run billion-dollar companies, and I mean, and other people that are CEOs of these large companies, like 1,000,000 times bigger than I am at. But when we get to share on our love of marketing, and I'm constantly shocked and surprised that I've got guys that actually share my information about barefoot water skiing with their team of marketing people, because they're like, check this guy out. He's in the world's smallest niche, barefoot water skiing, and look what he is doing. And, you know, again, I am not going to take personal credit for that. You know, that's, thank the Lord for that whole thing. I'm not done with that stage of my life. I love that. And the reason I never left it, a lot of internet marketers said, dude, you'd kill it if you're in another market. But I'm like, I can't. I love barefoot water skiing. I love the people I meet. It doesn't get any better than this as far as a lifestyle. And yes, I could make more money somewhere else. I just couldn't bring my heart to do it. I've had clients pay me big bucks for me to consult their companies, but I was never in a kind of a position where I could organize and do that. So as we started seeing people and kind of inspired by other families who are adopting, and I realized, man, you know, if I could show people the power of what I do, connect them with their passion, and show them how they could do basically 3 easy things every day. That's kind of what we've broken it down to. 3 easy things every day that they literally could accomplish anything they put their minds to, whether it's an adoption, whether it's to make an extra $5,000 or $15,000 or $50,000 or whatever amount of money, you know, you want in a month. And believe me, the money is not the deal. If you make the dollar amount the deal, you're missing the big thing. I mean, how much more passionately would you be about, you know, saving a kid in an orphanage halfway around the world if you could do that? There's no amount of money you can put on that. And I'm not saying that for you to think better about me, believe me. You know, I'm very humbled by the whole process, and I realize that it's all a gift from God. But what I thought is, how cool would it be if I could share my favorite things? You know, if I could combine barefoot water skiing, internet marketing, and my love for Jesus. Because I honestly believe, I thought of, what would I call this? Jesus in the boat? I don't know. Walking on water? I don't know what it is. And I don't know yet. But the bottom line was, I started getting flooded with people asking me, well, what are you doing? So I thought I'd do this. I don't want to spam my Facebook wall, but I made this video. If you are interested in what I'm doing, and you know, you've seen, most of you, how careful I am. And you know, God did give me a gift of being able to explain complicated things and break them down into baby steps. That's what I've done in the little world of barefoot water skiing. That's what's helped so many average people to achieve extraordinary things. I love that. I love helping world champions, but I love the fact that a 50-some-year-old, 4'6" woman who's, you know, not who you'd expect to barefoot water ski, that she go out barefoot water ski, and somewhere some ripped teenager's freaking out that she can do it. I think that's awesome. So anyway, I'm making this video. I guess what I'm saying is that, you know, the greatest thing for me would be to help other people realize what I have come to realize, is that I honestly believe God put a message inside you, inside every single one of us. And that message can only be delivered by you. I also believe that there's a part of you that will never be happy unless you can deliver that message. And a lot of people think, not me, I don't have a message, you know, I'm not special. Yeah, you are. I've traveled all over the world. I've never met someone who I don't think is special. They may not realize it, but they are special. I also believe the second thing is that there are people in this world who only want to hear that message and are waiting to hear that message from you. So if that inspires you, and you can connect to that, and you know, and you'd like to make money from home, then I think, and you love Jesus, and I'll help you if you don't, but I ain't going to apologize for it anymore. I'm just going to say it the way it is, because that's the foundation, I think, for any good success. Can you make money without it? Sure you can. You know, there's lots of people making money on the internet. But is it good success? I believe that God has a plan for good success. That to me is the goal. I mean, I'd love to share with people on the three things that I'm most passionate about. So if that is of some interest to you, because I had so many people ask me about it, then I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this up on a page. If you leave me an email, I'll share with you. You know, here's another one quick thing. Is another reason for good success is the wisdom in finding a mentor. If you want to take whatever success you think you could accomplish, multiply it by 1,000%, and that's the power of the mentor. So I want to share with you, you know, if you leave me an email, I'm basically going to show you what we do from a mentor of mine, of how we do 3 simple things every day. And it doesn't sound like that could accomplish a lot, but if it could connect you to the lifestyle you want, living from home and enjoying and keeping God first place in your life, your marriage and your family, if that sounds of interest to you, then leave your name and email. I love you and I wish the best for you. I'm expecting a miracle for you. Have a great day.